Already today's city challenge, the Blacksite Stealth, Reinforced Locks, Cascade Arsenal, and 15 minutes. So I mean, this is mostly fine, there's 15 minutes, which means that we might want to start moving really fast. Aside from that, it's just annoyances with Cascade Arsenal and Reinforced Locks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get up through here, and hopefully, not have a guard over there, which is just fantastic. Go through here, go up over here, loop this camera, and I mean, there's not a camera over there that's actually facing us, which means that we could immediately just start by doing this. It's very convenient. All I need is for literally no one to see any of this going on, and then afterwards we can start backing this guard up, and then afterwards literally just hugging the window over there so that, well, that guard doesn't see anything happen. Because it's certainly getting closer than I would like it to be, and there's not a lot I can do about it, so hopefully that guard is just gonna stay there, and just continue facing sure that way. Now that I've got that disguise, I could always get Cyber one, so we're gonna do that after. How about this? I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna go through here, in case something really bad happens over there. Which I hope doesn't happen, but who knows, it might. But now that Cyber has presumably gotten a disguise, we can always go through here, yet again. Go in here, and I mean we can just start moving bags. Slight issue though. That guard is literally right outside right now, and I really do not want that guard to be right outside right now. Mainly because that's a bad thing for what we're trying to do here. But it's fine, the guard's completely oblivious, which I guess works out overall. And I think it's gonna be fun. Slight issue, I might have actually knocked the guard out in a really bad location, so hopefully all is well, which it seems like it is. And now presumably Cyber's just gonna go upstairs. That's literally it. And now we're into the restricted area with 15 minutes. It's not very great for the amount of time, but it's not horrendous either. So now that Cyber has a scrambler, you can go through here, and I mean there's nothing over there, which is perfect. We can just immediately start by looping the cameras, which afterwards we're gonna go through here. And then, well, how unfortunate. You know what, it's fine. We can just loop it regardless. And no one's gonna care. Mainly because the guard has already walked away, which is mildly impressive. But also the camera's in the middle right now, which is quite unfortunate since that's not the most convenient method to do things. So we're just gonna back this guard up. And I mean, hopefully we don't hostage anyone anywhere near the camp's view, because that's generally where we're, well, taking people out. I mean, it's largely safe, we just can't do it near the doorway, or for that matter, anywhere near the doorway. But whenever we're feeling ambitious, we could always just go through here, pay this guard a visit, and it seems like Cyber's already here, and Cyber's plan is to sneak around, which, I mean, fair enough. It's not a bad strategy, but then again, we're perfectly capable of just taking everyone out, and it's, to some extent, much safer, which means there's not really a reason not to. So I mean, we might as well. And while Cyber gets that door open, I'm just gonna back this guard up. There's not really a reason behind it, I just want to. And then afterwards, Cyber's gonna bring that back down here. And then afterwards, you can go through here. And I mean, 15 minutes, still a problem. But it's much less of a problem now than it was, well, 3.5 minutes ago. There's a guard there. There's a guard, presumably there, right? And I mean, this is not a great place since Cyber can't just take out all of them at the same time. Shockingly enough. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, we have to wait a bit for that guard, for one of these guards to walk towards each other. Just to make things ever so slightly easier so I can take out the camera operator. And then afterwards take out both of these guards, which... I mean, this is a good time, right? We just took out everyone, and presumably Cyber's gonna want cell C to be open. And I mean, we can just open it ourselves, which... For once, Cyber's opening cell B, because of course Cyber is. And then afterwards, you can just wait outside here. I mean, that works perfectly fine. And the drill's over there if you're wondering, so you could always just get that and start opening some cells. That's really it. It's not going well though, we've been spending quite a bit of time here, but... Then again, there's only one more part after this, which means that it's not really a problem, and shockingly enough, it's not cell B. So whenever Cyber figures out where Rose is, which means it's cell A, we can just start opening it, going through here, and then afterwards literally waiting right outside over here. That's it. That's really it. But really, this door needs to open faster because otherwise we are not going to be in for a fantastic time. Especially if the commander decides to mess with us for a very, very long time. What are you doing, Cyber? It's highly concerning that you're shooting with a shotgun into what I presume is the ceiling. But sure, once we're done with this, Rose is just going to walk upstairs, and it's not going to be arduously long, but it shouldn't be too short either, since it's not from cell B. But then again, it's not from cell C or D, so if Rose can just walk all the way over there, up through there, into the room, and unlock these doors, that would be fantastic, which does make me wonder, why can't we just open those doors ourselves? That would be so much better. But regardless, we're going to go through here, upstairs, and I mean, that's literally it. Now, for this part, hopefully, the commander's not going to be messing with us, since that would be quite unfortunate to say the least. So we're going to go through here, and that's not a commander. Hold on, that is not the commander. Shockingly enough, it's still not a commander, so who knows? The commander might be upstairs, and that would be convenient. This has not been convenient so far. Let's go through here instead, and I mean, that's just perfect timing. All of you please continue facing there. I'm gonna go over here. I've got a camera to loop, and then hopefully the commander doesn't walk outside, because that would be quite awkward, to say the least. I mean, this is not the best place to do any of this, but I guess it works. I mean, it's not great at all. If anyone walks in, I'm not in for a good time, especially if that's a radio. Speaking of not having a good time, I'm just gonna let Cyber start by working on, well, trying to figure out which room it is in, whilst I back up the main issues. Which, I mean, I'm doing perfectly fine. So I'm just gonna tell Cyber that I don't really need help, since we're really just doing fine. I mean, if you want to, I'm not gonna stop you, since the helicopter's already authorized, which means that all we gotta do is just hide all of the bodies, and that's literally it. Which means that now we can just start by walking away. Because of course, hi there, that's not what I had in mind, but sure, I guess we could always just go through here. Do I need this? No, I do not. I could just leave that back in there and it would probably be fine. But regardless, we're gonna go through here since Rose is presumably gonna show up decently soon. And I mean, Cyber's very much far behind. Great job, Cyber. Once the door's open, we're gonna go through here, and well, we're gonna get out of here. And if Cyber moves faster, that's a daily challenge in just under 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Which, I mean, it almost wasn't. Cheers, everyone. Have a great time.